Thought I'd share this bit of a project with you where I took some 18650 cells out of an old laptop and I made myself a Tesla logoed battery pack. It's got two USBs on the top and a charge point and a little screen on the back there. Let me just turn it on, and the screen tells you the percentage and what's going in and what's going out. So let's get to it and I'll show you how I made it. First job for me and my little helper was to strip the batteries out of an old laptop. In fact, we did two, and that gave us 12 batteries. Next job was to fire up the 3D printer. I found an STL on Thingiverse. There's a load to choose from. I just picked one I like. I then loaded the STL into Tinkercad and put on there a Tesla logo. I thought it was quite apt because the 18650 cells that go in the power pack are also in the Tesla Model S battery, around about 7,000 in all. The next job was to test each battery in turn and just make a note of the voltage. You need to choose three batteries that have got the closest amount of voltage stored. This is because when you connect them together, if they aren't equal, one will try and dump the voltage into the next one. You'll end up with sparks all over the place. So this is how the print looked with the two parts. There's also a push button to turn the power pack on and off. I did it on a low quality setting. Wasn't the best print I've ever done, but it'll do for this prototype version of the power pack. You'll also need some of these. These are 18650 module battery charger PCBs, 2.1 amp USB boards. There's two USBs and micro USB. And if you flip it over, as well as having a button on the sides, turn it on and off, and a little LED, it's got a display screen that will show you what the charge percentage is of the battery pack and what's going out and what's going in. Next job was grab the soldering iron, cut a couple of bits of wire, connect all the neutrals together on the 18650 and connect all the lives together. I then took two thinner bits of wire and I soldered one to the neutral end of the battery pack and one to the positive end of the battery pack. These were to connect to the PCB to power it. On the little PCB there's a positive in and a neutral in, so I then soldered the two thinner wires, positive to positive, neutral to neutral, and then give it a test. A 3-second press of the power button and the screen lights up with quite a bright blue light and a very clear display. So before final assembly of the case, I thought I'd just check that everything's working. I grabbed a power lead and a tablet, plugged it all in, powered it up, and was pleased to see that everything was charging as it should do. So it's time for final assembly. I swapped the soldering iron for the glue gun, ran a few beads of hot glue down the sides of the cells just to keep them in place so they couldn't rattle around in the case. I then popped in the tiny power button that I 3D printed. And I then grabbed the glue gun and bonded it all together. This was the part that I was least happy with. I think in future, when I make the next one, I'll do a better quality 3D print. I'll use some hot glue to hold the internals together, and then I'll bond the two parts of the case together with Owldite. It should make a much neater job. But overall, I'm very impressed. Charges up all our devices quite nicely and cost about £3. Let me know if you like this project or you've made one yourself. I plan on making some more projects with 18650 cells in the near future. Next step is to get myself a battery spot welder, and we plan to make an e-bike battery. So give us your thoughts and comments, and good luck if you're making one yourself.